It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, January 14th, 2019, and it is 7 a.m.
It is. It's a new week.
Yep, and we dodged the storm.
Yes, we did. Big time. I'm tickled pink for that.
Yeah. Thank goodness it hovered around Interstate 44, went east of Springfield and St. Louis. Sorry.
That could have got ugly. Yeah, St. Louis got hit. Any northeastern Missouri got
St. Louis and West County, South County, my hometown, Fairview Heights, Illinois, Belleville, Collinsville. Boy, they got the.
I was driving through Harrison yesterday, and there was a car that passed me with a mound of snow on top, and then an 18-wheeler with his whole trailer just.
Oh yeah, coming out of Missouri.
Yeah, packed with snow and ice.
Wow. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis and Bob Recktenwald on a Monday. And hope your week is off to a great start. And a little bit chilly this morning. And I think we got some warmer temperatures for tomorrow and Wednesday. Then we got another chance.
So you would consider this chilly?
Yeah, it's not too bad right now.
30-something degrees outside. And you were whining the other day, and it was warmer than this. And you were saying it's cold.
Bottom line, if it's below 40, 45 degrees, it's cold, chilly, yucky, whatever. I hate it. I don't like cold weather.
Grumpy.
50 and up,
Grumpy.
Anyway, hey, we're enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. Brood Awakening Coffee, as you heard in the introduction. 3 locations to serve you. Of course, you can walk into Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, enjoy Brood Awakening Coffee, drive through Balmer Boulevard or 62 East Plaza. Out by Anytime Fitness. 7:02 this morning right now. Balmer Boulevard is going to be busy between 9 and 8 o'clock, so just beware of that. But Mike and his gang do a great job bringing the best coffee in town. Brood Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Check out their cinnamon rolls and everything else they have there. They've got all kinds of stuff there at the hospital for you, right there at BRMC. And we appreciate Mike and his staff for sponsoring the show. Been with us for many years. And great coffee. If you don't believe me, stop by and have some coffee. Everybody said, woo, that's good coffee. Strong, but good. Anyway, check them out.
Do you serve it with a spoon?
No, it eats it away. Yeah, it just kind of dissolves.
All we have in here is those plastic spoons.
We got handles.
It's like acid.
Anyway, check them out. Brood Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you. And appreciate Mike and his staff once again for sponsoring the show. Brood Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, just drinking muddy water. And, of course, morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Roller Funeral Home right here in Mountain Home. Had Bruce and Charlotte on last week, and very professional folks. And when the need arises, be sure to get your pre-planning done. Talk to Rollers right here in Mountain Home or across the state of Arkansas. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state and 1 in Memphis, Tennessee, so 30 overall in this region to serve you. And, of course, we have Roller Funeral Home right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, on Highway 5 North. Give them a call today. Stop by and visit with Bruce or Charlotte. Any of the staff will be more than happy to help you with pre-planning. Or if it's an emergency, they'll step right in and be very professional to help you out. Roller Funeral Homes brings the morning prayer each and every day, so let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in the aftermath of the winter storm, Lord, I pray people will be safe in travels and other activities. My Lord, it's funny how man has invented so many things to make life easier, yet we can't outsmart the little snowflake. Think about it. Cars and trucks, tractor trailers, buses, with all their weight, cannot navigate snow or ice. Weather like this brings huge cities to a standstill, businesses close, school close. Yet mankind is so smart and sassy with all of our accomplishments, and Lord, we still can't get smarter than a snowstorm. Maybe we need to be a bit more humble and not so sassy. That's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring morning prayer each and every. I should say Roller Funeral Homes of Mountain Home, but across the state of Arkansas, Roller Funeral Homes brings the morning prayer each and every day.
There you go.
Yep. What do you think?
And now for dun, 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 the weather. How's that, Bob? All right, Bob, your turn.
Nah.
Nah.
Morning
you
weather
gonna
brought
get
by
out of here?
Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m. Had a great breakfast Saturday morning.
Did you go in there?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Oh, my usual. Eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns, toast. Had a pancake on the side.
Jeez. My goodness.
It's that weight loss plan.
That's a weight loss plan.
But see, I have a big breakfast. I don't eat lunch on Saturdays. I just work our way through. So I finally sat down for supper about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So great breakfast. Wow.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, can't beat it. Old
There
Time
you go.
Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. What's special today?
Today is Monday's chicken fried steak day. All day. You got chicken fried steak and eggs, hash browns, biscuit, gravy, or toast for $6.88
Yep.
for breakfast. Or for lunch, you got chicken fried steak, 2 sides, roll of cornbread, all for $6.88.
There you go.
Can't
Old
beat
Time
it.
Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town. Check them out.
Go by and try some of their homemade pies. Amanda's got some homemade pies in there, and while you're in there, give Amanda a hard time. Tell him Bob told you to.
Bob.
Trying to keep me out of the doghouse.
Yeah. Anyway, morning weather brought by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. We've got 32 degrees in Mountain Home, 31 at Harrison, 34 at Hardy. It's 36 in Mountain View, Arkansas, 34 at Yellow. Marshall checks in at 36, was 32 at Calico Rock and around the region. St. Louis is already at 30, so maybe they'll warm up past freezing, get some of that ice and snow out of there. Poplar Bluff at 32, Branson at 30, West Plains at 31. In contrast, Watford City, North Dakota at 21 degrees. It's not too far off of us, but 11 degrees cooler up there. On the national scene, let's see, the radar is kind of clear after the massive snowstorm came through. We had a lot of rain come through. It was helpful. But right now, the only thing I'm picking up on the national scene is a little bit off, well, I say a little bit, it's a lot on the coast of California. A little bit in Arizona and on the Kansas-Oklahoma line. I'm going to hit that, I'm going to hit this one stop and see what we got out there, Scooter. A little bit of snow to the west and northwest of Oklahoma City. A little precip, I should say. I don't know if it's snow or not. To the west of Ponca City. Showing up on the radar. Very, very small right there. We'll go to the Little Rock stop now. State of Arkansas looks all clear. All the highways are clear. 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 north-south, Little Rock, Branson. Highway 67, 167, Batesville, Poplar Bluff. Looks like it's in good shape. Your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55. 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas, all clear. And so, not bad at all. Missouri may be a little bit different story here. Around the St. Louis area, I-70 coming in from Columbia to St. Louis, and then east towards Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois. I-64 east from East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in good shape. I-44 Lebanon, Rolla, St. Louis. You see I-55 in there from Sykeston, Cape Girardeau on up into the St. Louis area. Everything seems to be clear right now. We'll check the road coverage here in just a minute here. We'll get the Southwest Missouri radar in here. Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield in good shape on I-44. Kansas City to Columbia on I-70. Looks like it's in good shape. That Kansas City game, they had still a little bit of snow on the
A little bit.
outside of the field there.
6 or 8 inches in the seats. I had tickets for that game, too.
You did?
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Why didn't you go?
I'm not sitting in 6 or 8 inches. I can sit in my reclining chair
And watching
and
just
be
as
a lot
well.
warmer and more comfortable.
You could build a nice chair out of that snow.
I'm telling you. Yeah,
Take a
but
blanket.
be awful wet. Hey, go back to your St. Louis stop for a second.
St. Louis.
See all that blue around St. Louis there?
Uh-huh.
You know what that really is?
Ground clutter.
No, that's all the St. Louis Rams fans, the moisture from their tears for not negotiating a better deal and keeping them in St. Louis.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tears show up.
There used to be a lot of fans over there.
Yeah. Well, you know, while they were in St. Louis, I mean, you had the St. Louis Rams, but it's just not like having. We knew they were from L.A. at the time. You know, they moved from L.A. to St. Louis, where they're back in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Yeah. Who'd they beat?
the other team.
The other
I
guy.
think they play New Orleans now, don't they? It's New
Yes.
Orleans plays the Rams, and Kansas City plays New England. I think it is now in
Yeah.
the playoffs. Anyway, on the national scene, just not much going on across the country right now, and we'll take a look at the 7-day forecast real quick. For today, patchy, freezing fog, then partly sunny, high of 38. Tonight it'll drop to 29 degrees with clear skies, and tomorrow a high of 50 degrees. Yay, Tuesday.
I'll
Wow.
take it.
And then tomorrow in Little Rock will be Inauguration Day. Governor Asa Hutchinson will be swearing in for his second term as governor. And Tommy Land will become land commissioner, and John Thurston will become the new Secretary of State of the state of Arkansas tomorrow, starting around noon in Little Rock. On Wednesday, high of 53. Thursday, a high of 56. Chance of showers and partly sunny there. 40% chance of Wednesday night, 50% chance on Thursday. Friday, mostly sunny with a high of 53. So warmer temperatures come through. And after the rain, of course, in Arkansas, the drought monitor looks really, really good. There's no dry areas in Arkansas with all the rain. And it's just, we're in pretty good shape here in Arkansas with the moisture content. In the state of Missouri, just very minor. In 2 counties, we got Jasper and Barton counties in Missouri with a DO, abnormally dry. So that's not really severe. It's just a little bit dry there. I drive Arkansas, checking the roads in Arkansas. Everything is green and passable here in Arkansas. No problems there. We'll check MoDOT real quick. Around the St. Louis area, this is about from Rolla, well, about 50 miles outside of St. Louis, and all the way up into the northeast part to Cahokia, Missouri, Lancaster, Missouri, Kirksville. They have some partly covered, mostly clear roads in around Kansas City area. They're working hard to get those done. I think they said at one time in St. Louis had over 400 trucks servicing the St. Louis area.
What was amazing is when the storm was going through and they updated these maps and how quickly they cleared the roads and got the roads open was pretty impressive.
I-44 from Pacific and Eureka was shut down. Some people sat in traffic for 16 hours. You know, 40 to 60 miles west of St. Louis, southwest of St. Louis on I-44. And it's just, you know, the storm came through and, you know, just that area, St. Louis, Belleville, Fairview Heights, Edwardsville, Collinsville, all of that, Troy, Maryville, Illinois, they got hit pretty good. So, you know, but they'll dig out and they'll be back to normal probably as early as later this afternoon or tomorrow. So our best to the folks up there in that area. Once again, the roads in Missouri lightly covered. Just beware around Kansas City and St. Louis area and then the northeast part of Missouri. And so be sure to check out MoDOT traveler information and iDrive Arkansas for road conditions throughout the 2-state area. And so morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. I have to go down and have lunch today.
There you go.
I did, yeah. Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883. Join the Baxter County Public Library Foundation at their Texas Hold'em Tournament Saturday, January 26th at Big Creek Golf and Country Club. $100 donation to the Library Foundation. Get you 1 seat or a table. Seating 6 is $500. The donation includes lunch. Registration starts at 11 a.m. on January 26th. Lunch is served from 11:30 to 1. Play starts at 1 p.m. Prizes will be awarded as follows. First place is a 1-ounce American Liberty 2018 proof gold coin. Second place is half-ounce American Eagle 2018 gold proof coin. Third place is a 1/4-ounce American Eagle gold proof coin. And then fourth, fifth, and sixth will be 1/10 of an ounce gold proof coin. For more information, call the library at 870-580-0980. That's from Jennifer Valoria Dunn.
There you go.
Yep, that's a big fundraiser for them.
Yeah.
Other things in community news, Audubon Society of Central Arkansas's meeting is today from 1 to 2 at the Baxter County Library. And let's see, Steve Blumerick, president of Friends of the North Fork and White Rivers and Audubon member, will be the guest speaker. Presentation will be on his experience raising and successfully releasing 94 monarch butterflies this summer. Discussion on the types of milkweed plants and what cages are used. So, and let's see, today they've got bingo at the Bull Shoals VFW Post 1341, today from noon to 4. Bingo at Bull Shoals VFW Post, held every Monday at VFW in Bull Shoals. It's at 1206 Central Boulevard. For more information, 870-445-4501. Got anything?
Well, most of my stuff's sport related, so I'll probably end up discussing it with what's going on with sports here shortly.
All righty. Well, let's see if there's anything else. I don't see anything else. Yeah, here we go. Threads of Hope. Do you like to crochet or knit? How about sewing or needlework or quilting? Would you like to learn how? If so, you need to join the Threads of Hope at 1 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon at the Pikes Cancer Support House in Mountain Home. The group offers lots of encouragement and support to one another as they spend time in weekly meetings and you just might learn a new stitch or two. So January 16th from 1 to 2 at the Pikes Cancer Support House. Come on out and have some fun learning to knit or crochet. All right, Affordable Housing brings you the community calendar each and every day, 870-741-2883. If we don't have anything else, then we'll go to break and come back and talk Bob Recktenwald sports.
You got it.
All right, be right back.
Breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with a pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Bacco Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Bacco Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
$7:19, time for Bob Recktenwald Sports.
Good morning, Bob.
Sports on a Monday.
Morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
Just peachy.
All right. Good to see you this morning.
Oh, yeah.
He's
like
always so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in the morning.
Where you want to start, Dale?
No.
Pro football?
Sure, let's go pro football.
The Dallas Cowboys got beat by the L.A. Rams.
Yay! Dallas lost. Oh,
there's people crying in their beer this morning
Dallas.
still. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Colts 31-13.
I like Indy and I like KC, so I have to go with KC over New England now.
And now you've got the Patriots played the Chargers. They beat the Chargers 41-28. And the Aints ain't no more. Oh, yeah, they are. They beat the Eagles 20-14. They got lucky and beat the Eagles 20-14.
I didn't watch it. My wife was watching. I was working on some house projects, but yeah, I heard they got a interception right there close to the end, and she said they were about to score, and then they got the interception and kind of saved the ball from going in. So
yeah, I quit watching it in the third quarter. It was it should have turned out different than what it did because the Eagles outplayed them, no doubt.
Now, what did L.A. Chargers?
San Diego Chargers.
Well, they call them L.A. now.
However,
but here on this here, on CBS, they got them as LAR. It's not the Raiders; it's the Chargers.
Right.
So here they got LAR right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the Rams.
Okay, that's Rams. That's right. I forgot they're back in LA, not in St. Louis.
Yep. So now next week we'll have Kansas City and New England
with KC, the #1 seed right there.
And yeah, they'll be playing at home. It's been a long time since they hosted a home final or playoff final. And then you've got LA going to New Orleans. The Rams going to New Orleans. So what do you think, guys? So who's going to prevail to the Super Bowl?
Saints.
I think it's going to be Kansas City and New Orleans.
I would be glad that it's not the Patriots. We're about tired of watching the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So what's your prediction?
My prediction or my hope?
Your hope.
Well, your hope.
My hope would be Kansas City and New Orleans.
Now, where's it played this year?
You know, I don't even know where
I
they
don't
played
either.
it this
Let's
year.
see.
February something. I'm
February
just now
3rd.
getting back into the pro football swing.
Yeah.
I laid off for a couple of years, but
oh, let's see. Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, right there. I won't feed it in there. I don't know where it's at. Super Bowl 53. CBS has apparently got that, but I don't know what city. So, anyway.
yeah, it was a good weekend for football, I guess. Not too shabby.
So, you know, if it's Kansas City and New Orleans, that makes it a Midwest Super Bowl. You know, you don't have a California or a New England team in there. You could have, you know, New York or anybody like that, New England or anybody from California or even Seattle. But if New Orleans and Kansas City, I mean, that's Midwest right there. I'd like that.
It would be fun to see Kansas City and the Rams. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd like to see. I mean, it would be fun to see because the Rams still have some ties, more so than the Cardinals do, back to St. Louis. But see how it goes. It's going to be one thing for sure. When it's over, it's over.
There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
The Arkansas Razorback basketball team got beaten a very tight game on Saturday with
they
LSU
brought that into
Tigers.
overtime.
Went in overtime at 81 apiece, and then they got outscored and they lost 94-88.
Kentucky beat Vanderbilt.
You know, you look at this Razorback team, and it's a team that wasn't supposed to do anything this year, and they've actually the games they've lost. If you look at them, they've lost some very, very tight games over the last 8 weeks. Ole Miss got they beat number 12 or number 14 Mississippi State 81-77. So there's an upset in the top 25. Texas A&M beat Alabama 81-80. Georgia got beat by number 11 Auburn 93-78. Number 3 Tennessee beat Florida 78-67. Vanderbilt got beat by number 16 Kentucky 56-47, and Missouri and South Carolina got postponed, and I don't know if they got to play that yesterday or not.
Oh.
I wonder why that was.
Might have been a little snowy. They did play it on Sunday, and South Carolina beat Missouri by 10, 85-75. Really? So it was.
So let's see. The big guns in NCAA basketball has always been Kentucky, Duke, and North Carolina. Georgetown for a while was strong. They still big guns in it.
I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the NCAA basketball because there's so many teams, and it's so I'll kind of keep an eye on the top 25, but the SEC still has pretty good, well, until today when the new standings come out.
Here's Duke over Florida State, 80-78. That was a close game here. Marquette over Seton Hall, 70-66. Texas dropped to Tech, 62-68. Oklahoma 76, TCU 74. But Kentucky, Duke, and North Carolina have always been very tough in NCAA basketball over the years. Over the last
for sure.
30 years.
High school basketball, Mountain Home Bombers were victorious over Paragould on Friday night.
Yay! Woo!
They beat the Rams 45-40.
Sounds like a tight game.
Paragould's only lead in the game was 1-0.
Say that again, though?
Yeah. Paragould's only lead in the game was 1-0, and Mountain Home took over from there and maintained a double-digit lead through the rest of the game. Mountain Home was up by 14 at the end of 3 quarters, and the Rams climbed back, but the final score was 45-40. Wyatt Gilbert led Mountain Home scoring with 16, and Mountain Home is now 6-9 overall and 1-2 in the 5A East. The Rams are 5-8 and 0-3 overall. So moving to this different conference is still a struggle for these guys because it really doesn't do anything except shift them around a little bit.
Yeah.
The Mountain Home girls didn't fare so well. They got beat by Paragould 42-39. The Paragould Rams took off with a 9-0 run and ended up with the big score of 42-39. Lady Bombers scoring was led by Anna Grace Foreman with 17 points, and Kate Gilbert's 13 points included 8 for 8 from the free throw line.
Still was a close game, though.
Ended up being a close game. Mountain Home returns to the Hangar Tuesday night, and they'll go up against Marion. So it's going to be a tough.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Be a tough matchup tomorrow night. So the 7th grade boys played in a tournament over the weekend, and they were beat by Pocahontas 45-18, and they were playing in the Cave City 7th grade tournament. Second game, or they beat Pocahontas 45-18, but they didn't fare so well in their second game. They got beat 21-20 against Batesville Southside. So kind of wild. Got some wrestling to talk about. We'll wait. We've got Matt coming in. We'll talk about wrestling here in a minute. The Junior Lady Bombers. Let's see. Here we go. The Mountain Home Junior High basketball teams dropped 2 of 3 games at Jonesboro Annie Camp. Junior Bombers fell 47-33. Cooper Oxford paced Mountain Home with 10 points. Dodge Harris had 9. The Junior Bombers are 4-14 overall. The Lady Bombers lost to Annie Camp 26-16. No points were scored in the third quarter. It's pretty bad. Let's see. Mountain Home 8th grade boys picked up a win over Annie Camp. Mason Walker led the way with 13 points, and they improved. The 8th grade improves to 8-3. And that is it for basketball. When we take a quick break, we'll come back. We'll discuss the AAA has announced the sites for the upcoming postseason tournaments and their events. We'll go over those, and we'll talk about some wrestling.
Sounds good. Be right back.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need and we're back. Back. More sports.
Monday morning sports.
The Arkansas Activities Association has announced where they're going to do postseason tournaments, and 8 area schools were successful in getting their bids awarded to them. 3 basketball tournaments in the Twin Lakes area beginning February 20th. Calico Rock will host the Class 1A Region 2 tournament, and the Class 3A Region 1 tournament will be held in Mountain View. Israel County High School in Brockwell will be the site for the 1A state tournament beginning February 26th. It's hard to think that basketball season's coming to a wind down pretty quick.
It is.
This whole sports season's kind of
basically
different.
almost halfway into January already.
Yeah.
There's 4 local schools have been granted tournaments for baseball and softball. Beginning May 2nd, Flippin will be designated host for the Class 2A West Regional Tournament at the Equity Bank Sports Complex in Harrison. And the Class 1A Region 2 tournaments will be held in Viola. On May the 9th, the Class 2A state tournaments will be held in Mountain Home, with Salem being the designated host. And Bergman will host the 3A state tournament in Harrison. So,
awesome.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. In addition, one area school was granted the volleyball tournament in the fall, which will be Yellville Summit Multi-Purpose Facility. Will be the site for the Class 2A state tournament. Where's their is that their new little...
Where?
At Yellville.
They have a multi-sport?
I guess it's their gym /
multi-sport
complex.
complex.
We've got 2 gyms at Yellville. The old gym, new gym. I think the old gym's a multi-sport.
Really?
I think so.
I guess I need to go over and watch a basketball game and find out. Lots of wrestling last week. Last Thursday, the high school team went to Jonesboro. Was that a tri-match or was that just a duel?
Well, it was kind of weird because there was actually 5 teams that showed up, but you didn't compete against every team. As far as direct competing, we went against 2 teams, Searcy and J.A. Fair, and then there was another team we did a few exhibitions with. But the
my
main
home got
ones
smoked pretty stoutly by Searcy. The scoring was 75-6.
Yeah,
Aiden Ritchie was the only bomber that come out on top.
It was a tough, and they're a tough school. They're the number 1 seed right now, and they got a great program and a lot of kids involved. And when you start getting 3 and 4 deep in every weight class, then it kind of takes you to a different level because you're competing every practice for your spot. And they have a good team, good program.
So after the slashing from the Searcy Lions, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the paw of the Searcy Lion. They did come back and beat J.A. Fair 54-15, and the winners of their matches was Lance Lee, Joseph Piersky, Harry Walters, Isaac Brunet, Braden Daniel, Lawson Stockton, Joe DeLegg, Brandon Wheat, and Aiden Ritchie. And winning for the JV team was Eric Pedersen and Samuel Alvarez. You know, it's amazing. And Dale, I don't know if you've ever been to a wrestling match.
I've seen it on clips.
It's amazing that Aiden Ritchie had enough energy to come back after his match against Cersei to come back and win a match against
from what I've heard from what Scott has said, you know, his boy will get in there, and one time he had the flu so bad he could barely hold his head up and came out and whooped somebody's rear end right there in the mat. You know, you get that extra adrenaline flow.
Yeah, and you push yourself to the point you learn to just turn it off, get out there and work.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what it is.
That's what builds the character right there, when you can overcome adversity like that.
Yeah, Aiden Ritchie's been wrestling for many years. He was with the youth program before he moved on to high school, and he knows how to turn it off. And you just got to flip that switch, ignore everything, and get to work.
So how do you get in? That's the mental aspect.
Yeah.
Okay, like Bob was saying, you know, physically, who was the young man you're talking about?
Aiden Ritchie.
Aiden Ritchie.
Yeah.
So he came through one match that's so fatiguing, if that's a word, yet gets back out on the mat. So that's the mental aspect of the sport.
It's that switch. You know, we talked to a young man. I went to visit with Scott and Travis the other day, and there was a young man that Scott was working with, and he's a calm, cool, collected, sweetheart teddy bear of a kid, a big kid.
Until you get him on the mat.
No, and that's the problem, see. And that's, I threw my 2 cents in and I said, you know, look, what you need to do is find that point that just gets you, you know, what makes you mad? Somebody making fun of me. That's okay. Then as soon as that whistle blows, that's somebody making fun of you. And the guy that's on top of you, or the guy that you're on top of, all they're doing is making fun of you for the next 9 minutes. And you've got to turn that switch on and leave it on. As soon as the whistle blows again to stop the match, you've got to turn it off. But you've got to have that ability to click it on, click it off. And, of course, I don't know how far that went after I left, but, you know, that is what a wrestler has to do. And it's not only a wrestler. It's an offensive lineman. It's a defensive lineman.
Well, that's what I'm sitting there thinking. In football, you know, they say, well, this defense been on the field for the last 8 or 9 minutes. You're tired. I mean, you've been blocking this guy and holding these guys. I mean, you've been, you know, and so you've got the fatigue, but yet you've got to flip that switch, you know.
Yeah. And until they find that switch, they're beating themselves.
And I can see the same thing in a swim meet. Can you imagine competition swimming? You know, you go back and forth, you run out, you go back in and do it again.
Right.
You know.
Have you ever been to a swim meet?
No.
Those kids will have an arm of events from their wrist to their elbow.
Yep.
Just their schedule of what they've got to do next. And you talk about fatigue now.
Yeah.
It has to take it out of both my girls swim.
At some point in time, you've got to realize that, yes, it's going to hurt. You're wore out. You're pushing your body. You're doing whatever. But you just got to flip that switch and get to work. I mean, sometimes you just got to suck it up. That's how it works. That's how it.
But I think that's true in every sport.
It is.
You know, baseball.
You don't have that. What's the word I'm looking for here? In baseball, you don't have that constant pressure of the fatigue. I mean, you're going. If you're playing the outfield, if you're on defense, you're out in the field. You're going. You know, let's say you're at one of the baseball stadiums. It doesn't matter where. If it's hot weather, you're standing there waiting for somebody to hit the ball to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In comparison to the football lineman, the wrestler, the swimmer,
where you're burning everything you got.
You're burning
in a matter
everything
of a
you
short
got.
Every play.
Yeah. But you know, in baseball, really, the pressure's on the pitcher to get the ball over the plate, and it's the batter to try to hit it 400 plus feet out to center field.
But the point is, you still have to control that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
That crack of the bat when it hits the ball, you've got the switch has to come on so you can make it to first base. When that pitch is thrown and you see it coming, and you swing, you've got to have that push to get at that 420 something odd feet, or however far it is.
But you take that line in football. If only one person hits that switch and the others don't, then the offense is going to knock you down and score. So you got to have that whole line.
Synchronized switching.
There you go. One switch covers it all.
One switch covers it all.
I can see it in swimming. I can see it in football, and I can see it in wrestling.
Yeah.
Now hockey is another one. Ice hockey. If you sit and watch ice hockey, those guys sometimes on skates they can actually hit 35 miles an hour on an ice hockey rink going from one end. They can hit 35 miles an hour. And you consider, soccer's another one. Think about soccer. Have you ever oh my gosh.
Yep.
You can wear yourself. It's just, you watch a soccer match. We were watching, over Christmas break, we were watching Liverpool play somebody, and just the constant, just go, go, go. They never stop until, there's a penalty, or, the ref raises a flag.
Right.
But you've got soccer and swimming, football, wrestling.
Hockey. Like you said, hockey, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, basketball, nonstop, back and forth, back and forth.
And you think about, people say, well, what's the toughest sport to play? Football. Well, it could be, but with hockey, you're on ice skates, so you have to be a top-notch ice skater. Have you ever been on ice skates?
Oh, yeah. Played hockey. Yeah.
Put on a pair of skates and all that equipment and that stick and get out there and go constantly. That's a tough, tough sport.
Ugly.
There you go.
Well, you're putting all your weight on. I don't know how wide
quarter inch
blades
I think,
are.
Or 3/8 wide.
Yeah, they're narrow.
There's not a whole lot to it, and sharp.
Yep.
They're sharp. So
and some of those skates are ground where the point would be like this, and others are hollow ground where they have 2 points with a hollow center. We were in Granite City, Illinois one time ice skating, and the guy says, "Do you want these hollow ground or pointy ground?" So the blade, I think at that time was like quarter inch wide, but it had a hollow ground, so he actually had two
blades.
Two blades.
Those are beginner skates. Surely.
I don't know. I played a little hockey. I was never really good at it, but I enjoyed it.
You been on ice skates on hockey? Yeah. Ice hockey, yeah.
I enjoyed it. I liked hitting people. That was my goal. But to get back to the wrestling, one thing you got to realize is Mountain Home this year's got a pretty young team. We've only got 2 returning varsity wrestlers back this year.
Aiden Ritchie and Talbert.
Yep. And it's going to be it's a little bit of a challenge. We've got, like I said, we've got some JVs that have moved up that are really hitting it hard. We've got some new kids that have started up that are just, there's those diamonds in the rough out there, and we just got to get them to come out and try it. And they're really stepping up and doing a good job. We're making a dent in these tournaments.
How did they fare over the weekend?
Over the weekend, let me bring that up here. There we go. Now, they went down to Pulaski Academy, and it was a big tournament down there. I think there was like 17 teams, I believe, that was down there. Travis had on here that out of 51 matches that Mountain Home wrestled, we had won 29 of those 59. 29 of the 51 we won, which is a really, really good thing. I've got some of the top placers for us. Harry Walters, 132, he went 4-1. We've got 138, Isaac Brunet, he went 4-1. Let's see what else we got. Lawson Stockton at 152 went 3-1. I think I had one more down here that was a top one. Aiden Ritchie, of course, at 220 went 4-1. So those were our top scorers for this weekend.
And that was at Pulaski Academy, just a one-on-one single match, or was it a duel?
No, it was just open tournament. So it was just individuals against, the other individuals in the school. So
Thursday night at the Hangar, we've got a wrestling match coming up on the 17th. What time does that start?
Yeah, good question. I need to look at my schedule.
Thursday night.
What, the 17th?
Yep.
I'll look that up. Go ahead and keep talking.
I pulled up a set of ice hockey skates, Bauer Nexus 2-in ice hockey skates, senior size 11, $699.99.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's showing to start at 6 p.m.
Really? Oh, the 17th. That's Thursday, right?
Yeah. And it'll be some good matches. I'm not sure all the schools that are not listed on the thing, but I believe Jonesboro's coming down as one of them, and I'm not sure who the other schools are going to be. I believe we got 4 schools coming in.
And it's a high school match, wrestling match. You'll see some JV. You'll see some exhibition.
Yep.
You'll see some good wrestling if Jonesboro's coming in. It'll be good.
We're going to be running 2 mats. It's entertaining, even if you don't have a kid out there wrestling and you're just looking for something to do. Man, we really encourage people to come out, support the Bombers. You'll be surprised how intense it is getting into those wrestling matches. It's a lot of fun.
We've had a few folks that have watched the show, and we've talked about wrestling quite a bit this year because it's a big sport at this time of the year, and we've had some folks show up at the matches, say, "Hey, we heard about it on the show, and we just wanted to come and check it out and see if it's as good as you say." And it is. If you haven't been, come on out.
Yeah, we had a lady was talking to me. She had heard it on the show and just thought they didn't have anything going that afternoon. They'd come by and see what it's all about. And they're like, "We're sold, man. You get into this." I was like, "It's cool."
Yeah. It's going to be a little bit harder with the dual mats going.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be interested in watching this one, but your other favorite's going to be over there. And makes it a little more difficult. But
the good news is it's team versus team, so you'll have Mountain Home all on one mat. Oh. And then so you're not going to be having them split. So
let's take our 7:45 break right now. We'll come back. We'll talk about the Mountain Home Flyers, the youth league wrestlers. They've had a couple matches or a couple tournaments since we've met last, so we'll go over that real quick.
Be right back.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
The Party Spot venue and DJ service. Contact Tammy Reynolds for your next holiday or special event.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Bobby,
we're on already.
We are on.
Well, by golly, you're coming back.
I hit the wrong button. We're coming back now.
That's happened to me before, Matt.
We are coming back.
Coming back on now.
We are coming back like now.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're already back. Yeah. This time it came out a whole lot better.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because nobody had a clue that we were. And,
That was, I remember that.
We're back with Matt. Matt Schimmel is. Are you the coach for the Flyers or one of the coaches for the Flyers?
The head coach of the Flyers.
The head coach of the Flyers.
Yeah, I have several assistants, and then Scooter's still our president. So
President Scooter. Well, I guess we need to show him some respect.
Yeah, that means he does a lot of paperwork for us.
There we go. You've been to a few tournaments since we met last. And
yeah, we had a really, really busy weekend. We started our weekend Saturday up in Nixa. And then yesterday we competed in Branson, so we had 2 individual tournaments this weekend and had great showings at both of them. Yesterday in Branson we competed 13 kids and had 12 place winners. So the kids came out and just really did a great job. They all wrestled hard. Some of them won some matches that on paper they probably shouldn't have, but just digging it out and getting good wins out of it.
How many kids did you take to Nixa?
Nixa we took, we had 13 entered. We only wrestled 12. We had one who was a little bit afraid of the weather. We had the uncertainty of the weather, so they didn't make the trip. We competed 12. We finished 10th in the team points, but with our 12, we were competing against teams that had 80 kids, 60 kids. We placed a little bit higher.
There was 28 teams altogether.
Yeah, there was 28
Wow.
teams. We placed higher than teams that had 24, 23, 22 kids. So the kids we took, man, they went out and they put on a show.
Is the Christian school got their own wrestling team this year, or are they part of the Flyers?
They do not. We have several of the kids wrestling with us. Mason Ferris, he competed for us yesterday and took second place.
In Branson?
In Branson, yes.
Okay.
He did not compete with us on Saturday, but typically just about every tournament we enter, Mason's in there, and he's doing a great job this year.
So how did the tournament go Saturday overall?
Sunday, we, let's see, let me pull it up here. Like I said, we entered 13 kids to wrestle. We had 12 place winners. First place was Mason Peterson and Austin Callies. Second place, we had Peyton Smith, Zan Baker, Max Smith, Mason Schimmel, Mason Ferris, and Kaylin Fraunfelter. Third place, we had Steven Sturgis and Shane Rowden. Fourth place was Malcolm Douglas and Michael Davis. And then fifth place, and just missing the medal stand, was Damian Pendergrass.
And that was Branson? That was in Branson, yes.
Did you
have any medalists in Nixa on Saturday?
Yes, I can pull that up as well. In Nixa, like I said, we had 12 kids wrestling. We had a number of first place. They really turned out in that tournament. First place was Malcolm Douglas, Max Smith, Kaylin Fraunfelter, Austin Callies, Elijah Lag. Second place was Steven Sturgis. Third place was Shane Rowden. Fourth place was Peyton Smith and Damian Pendergrass. Fifth place, Mason Schimmel, and sixth place was Zan Baker and Will Chorba. And in that tournament, they medaled out to 4, so we had just 3 missed the medal stand on that one.
Wow, very good.
But kids are doing a great job. They're coming out and putting
How
on
are
a
your
show.
numbers? Are they up from last year, or are they about the same?
They're up slightly from last year. We have about 35 in the practice room right now. We're competing more than we did in previous years. Some of these tournaments we're sending 18 to 20 kids, where in years past it hovered right around 13, 14. So our practice numbers are up just slightly, but our competition numbers are up. So we got more kids traveling, more kids competing. And
how do you get those numbers up?
Word of mouth, really. We invite anybody who has young kids, 5 to 14, if they want to just come check us out, watch a practice, where our doors are open.
Where do you practice at?
At Guyberry, every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8. Now, this Thursday, because of the varsity match, we won't be practicing at Guyberry. When we have home varsity matches, I have our kids go up and support the varsity and kind of watch how the big boys wrestle.
Cool.
And then we usually do a short little practice right after up in the wrestling room at the high school.
Very good. Boys and girls?
Yes. Yep. We have, I think we have 3 girls this year.
High school doesn't have any girls this year, do they?
No, we don't have any on the high school team this year.
But they have in the past.
Yes. And we got one that'll be coming up. She's an 8th grader, Miranda Jones, that's done real well. She will be competing at the high school level next year.
Good.
Girls wrestling is really taken off. I think they're up to 18 states now that have high school girls wrestling as its own sanctioned sport now.
Wow.
Complete with a state tournament and everything. So, in those 18 states, the girls are no longer wrestling against the boys. They have their own division, they have their own states, the whole 9 yards. So, that's a great step in the right direction.
What's next for the Flyers?
Next, we have Willard this weekend. This Saturday, we'll be traveling up to Willard, Missouri. And then we're going to be starting our...
For those that don't know, where is Willard?
Just outside of Springfield,
right
just west of Springfield.
Like you're going to Joplin.
Yeah.
And then
it'll be a big tournament, though.
After that, we'll be competing in the Missouri Nationals in Lebanon, Missouri. And that'll be a huge tournament with the opportunity for the kids to, compete at a national level. And then we'll be gearing up for our state tournament.
Which will be where?
The state tournament is in Russellville this year. And I like that it's in Russellville. It's a good central location for the state. One year they had it in Fayetteville, and you didn't pull some of the southern Arkansas teams up quite as well, but Russellville seems to have a good turnout.
And what's the date on that?
That is February, what is that, the 14th? Let me pull that up. February 16th is the youth state tournament.
Good deal. So,
and at that point, the main season will come to an end at the state tournament, and then we will keep the handful that's going on to the Adidas Nationals, and we'll have about a month to train before they got to head up there.
That'll be outside of Kansas City in Independence, Missouri.
Not too late for somebody to start now, or is it too
late?
No, it's never too late.
Never too late.
Never too late.
Never too late. Yeah, they come out now. Yeah, they may not compete this year, but kind of get their feet wet a little bit and kind of see what we're all about, and kind of start building some of that foundation, the fundamentals. And
what's the best way to contact the Flyers?
We have a Facebook page, and on that Facebook page, they can either send a direct message, which comes to me, or it has my phone number on it, or just come. Like I said, every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8. We'll
show
be
up
there.
at Guy Berry, bring some shorts and some tennis shoes.
That's
and
right.
T-shirt.
That's right.
Be ready to
We'll
rip.
take it from there.
Heck of a deal. All right, sounds good. Thanks for the update.
Yes, sir.
What's next?
I don't know. Bob, it's your show.
I tell you what's next. We're talking February is just a couple weeks away, and girls softball will start.
Yeah.
Boy, remember that game we were at with that wind?
I tell you what, one of the worst games we've ever done was at the girls softball, the new complex. The wind was blowing
40 to 47 mile an hour.
You could throw this little whatever koala bear, whatever it is, up in the air, and it would float from here to that wall.
Oh, at least.
There was trash picked up out of the parking lot that was all
way
over
up in the screen.
In the screen.
Yeah.
And the year before that, come on out, do this game for us. This is March. It snowed. It was snowing. Yeah. So girls softball, the spring sport that it is, you'll want to wear your parka. But,
except for the coach that wore shorts and flip-flops that night.
Yeah.
I mean, that press box there at the softball complex is not that far off the ground, but yet we could feel the wind move that thing.
Yeah.
And one girl, I think we were playing Batesville that night, weren't we? Was it Batesville?
Yeah.
And the girl hit that little bloop up to right center field, and that wind got up into that wind, and there it went.
No, it was one of those Little Rock schools, because remember they were saying, you never get this cold where we live.
Was it Little Rock?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Ozark Football Association board's probably going to meet this week or next. We'll get some things ready for sign-ups. The overall mass sign-up for youth sports is first part of February, I think.
The first two Saturdays from 9 to noon at the youth center.
Over at the youth center.
Yeah.
So
now we can wrap it up.
Now we should be good to go.
All right. Everybody have a great day. Stay warm. It's going to warm up throughout the week. So have a great day, everybody. See you later.